NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Miami Dolphins. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Set 70, Indy.
Mike 54. You go night.
Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped. Behind the line.
Let's go.
Down beyond the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 25.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Now.
From the gun, Gordon. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Let's go.
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Dolphins have a first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball in the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now this throw caught left side. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them, big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
And opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. 8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. 2nd and 2. They'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. 7 yards there and a first down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
I smell fear in that offense.
Ready?
From the shotgun again to Elliott. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, you know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels. Because
he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. The CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take his feedback that he's getting negative.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Kenyon Drake with touchdown number 7 on the year. As his guys are able to strike first here in this this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here we go on 2nd and 12. Escaping the pressure right. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
Let's go now. 15, Lonnie. 15, Lonnie.
Defense, no gap.
Big grip.
A first down carry by Elliott. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be. Right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Plays like we just saw there, that's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
Back to throw here. Here as he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on a 6-yard return. And it'll be Dolphin football.
Mike 54. Quick talk. Get it.
They'll start the drive with Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading the play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Mike 5-5. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go.
To throw on 2nd down. Borden. And Diggs has it. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Borden being chased out left. That is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds, because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
70.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Running, it's Drake. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, a free safety coming up and making the big-time play.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. On 4th down, Matt Hawk is on to punt.
Matt Hawk in punt formation for the Dolphins.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he's going to go ahead and field it from the 3-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter, with the score Dolphins 7,
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Elliott running right. And he'll be taken down at the 18.
I'm going to hit you.
Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster, and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And that will come the offense as they take over. 1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 31 yards there and a 1st down. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Drake. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm a little surprised by that call. 2nd and inches. It did what it was intended, but it felt like it was a free play waiting to happen. I thought they might take a shot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from it. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
He'll look to throw. And he finds Parker here, complete. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here we go. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Mike, 55.
They'll set up a throw. Alluding to pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the 1st. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and the lead moves to 10-zip. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
Things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit towards the field goal.
And shedding the tackle, and now some room. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That'll go down as a 99-yard kick return as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Now the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Dolphins 10, Steelers 7.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Yep. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
They lose the yardage, and, of course, they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Looking to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He gets it into the arms of Parker, complete.
Well, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fair catch called for and made, but now we'll have to see about the penalty. So not just running into the punter, but roughing the punter.
And I'm struggling with this one. You know, you're watching it, partner. Is it more the first rather than the latter? This is a tough one. Almost feels like he felt like he had to call it on that play.
152 fighter. Smoke. Shoot.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. It's complete to Diggs. And he takes it down deep into Pittsburgh territory. A minute 52 to play until halftime. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll send you up to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there, and he'll have stats and scores from a busy Sunday in the NFL. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that'll make it 2nd and goal.
Hey, Orbit. Come on. 54's Mike. 54's Lee Griffin.
They're going to look to throw.
Let's go.
Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
60 Pittsburgh.
It's now 3rd and goal.
5.
They'll look to throw here. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks for those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Get ready. Get ready.
On 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. 2nd and 11. And he's got Ezekiel Elliott. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
43 Mike. Hey, defense, let's go.
Hey, echo.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
Come on, set.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, Charlie. Ready, ready.
2nd and 10.
I'm coming.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The quarterback taken down and sacked.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Come on, fellas.
Ready,
This will
ready.
probably be the last play of the quarter.
Line 54. Target.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ready, break.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Topper. Go, Jackrabbit. Let's go.
They keep on the ground with Elliott. He stiff arms him. Oh, and Nelson's space to operate. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On 2nd down, Elliott, and he'll get it down here to the 43.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
First down.
Set up. 50, plant.
Freeze the mic. Watch the slants. Watch the slants.
5.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Dante Fowler, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Watch the boot. 43.
5. Snap.
They'll look to throw. That one complete to Elliott. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Here I come again.
Get it.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. By the way, I got to apologize because I just realized for about the last 4 or 5 plays, I'm eking over into your territory up here in the booth. My bad. I'm going to get back over to my spot.
Yeah, we're not talking about our on-air commentary here. I mean, what is all this extra paper? I mean, this is unusual for you.
My bad.
Normally you run a really tight ship. What's going on here?
Just like that incomplete pass, I'm going to try to tighten things up here for this next play.
Mike's 5-4.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
Drake will start the drive on the ground. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Tackle that time by Ronnie Harrison.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. J.J. Watt has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
That's his second sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5.
Hey, exit. I'm coming for you, son. Let's go.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Going deep for Diggs. He's got him in, complete. A big play there for the Dolphins. 54 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on 1st down.
Ready.
He'll drop to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Man out. You draw corkers. Hey. High 7. High 55.
2nd and 15. I was going to let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Shoot.
Now a draw play with Drake. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on 1st and 2nd down, needing long yardage to try and pick up a 1st down, and they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on 4th down, but guess what? It all started with what happened on 1st and 2nd down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm. A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check 3.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Check 9.
Greystone, travel.
Switch. Check.
Let's go.
Here's Alley. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44 and to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over.
218, chop.
Double dog. That's the way.
Hey, wahoo.
Check, Mike.
5.
On first down, Drake. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Numb the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
You're trying to keep that lead.
Exactly.
15,
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Watch the slack. Watch the slack.
Get it.
They'll run on first down. It's Drake.
You ain't doing nothing today.
And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Mike 54. Mike 54.
They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
We go.
Set. 10 over.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Defense.
On first and goal, Drake. Yeah, this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play. 3rd and goal.
Let's get that ball right here. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Hey, here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Ready.
They'll set up the throw. And this is caught by Parker for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. They'll try and throw for it. It's complete to Drake. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
For a quick second there, I thought we were about to have a repeat performance of a kickoff return for a touchdown. This guy's on fire today.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, defense, let's go.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Drops it underneath to Elliott. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
A gain of 14.
22 jet bombers. 22 jet. Let's go.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. Out of the gun, it's Elliott.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive there. He hits the reliable target. 1st and goal, they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Xavier Howard. He's at the 50, 30, the 20, 10, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
Okay, ready?
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Ready?
This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. And an alley to run. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It's a Pittsburgh first down, a gain of 13.
Recon, 132.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down. This quarterback now, 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. He'll look to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front.
And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Samuels. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit.
Move. 4 down, 4 down.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more. Reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Let's go.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Here we go on 2nd and 12. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a big up of 6.
Right back to Drake. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a handoff for Drake. Room to run again. And finally taken down at the 15. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned. And he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Ready to break.
Check, watch it before.
Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for Miami, the win gets them back over 500 at 5-4 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on track next week as they travel to Denver to take on the Broncos. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.